This is the plaintiff, Jamil Crocker. He says he purchased a pair of expensive Yeezy Adidas sneakers from the defendant, and the guy sold him a pair of fakes. The defendant denies selling him the counterfeit sneakers and refuses to return his money, so he's suing him here and now for his $285. This is the defendant, David. He says he'd never sell fake Yeezys, and he can prove the ones he sold the plaintiff are real. He doesn't buy from random people, he buys direct from Adidas, has receipts, and owes the plaintiff nothing. He's accused of trying to Kanye'ing a customer.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff bought an expensive pair of Yeezys. Turned out they were fake. The defendant says he doesn't sell fakes. It's the case of Yeezus. You sold me fake Yeezys.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Crocker, you're suing David for $285 that you paid him for Adidas Yeezy Boost sneakers, which you say are fake.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
came late.
Absolutely.
Okay, who are you buying the sneakers for?
Her.
Okay, it was her birthday?
Yes, ma'am.
When was your birthday?
It was July 20th.
July 20th. So you ordered them from him. How did you find him to order them from him?
So I previously did business with him before on some Jordans, I believe. So I texted him July 6th. The shoes came out the 7th. So I was like, oh, let me call him now, make sure that everything's set up. He agreed and sent him the money.
You say the shoes came out the 7th. What do you mean?
So the shoes came out July 7th. I paid him July 6th so he could have the money to have the shoes.
The shoes came out like from what store? Like how from Adidas was selling them?
Well,
were they new or were they used?
No, they were brand new from a retail.
So why are you buying them from him instead of just going to the store and buying it?
Because it's very hard to get in certain areas because they are expensive shoes.
Because they're expensive or because they're sought after?
Both.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So how is he in a position to have them?
I guess he has certain connections. I guess he's been in the sneaker game for a little bit, so he has different people that he would know to be able to get the shoes.
How do you get them right off the press like that?
He just told you. Well, basically, I've been buying and trading Jordans, and it started out with Jordans. Yeezys just arrived maybe 2 or 3 years ago, but since 2009, and I just met a lot of people throughout my journey of just being a collector myself.
Right, but how do you get them right off the press, like so quickly? When, I imagine Adidas doesn't want you selling them; they want themselves selling them at whatever price point they set. They don't want. So how does that? Is this like a black market thing? Like
No, I have people who will go to certain stores, and if the owner of that store will let them buy 10 pairs, 7 pairs.
And then those guys sell it to you. Do they make money? Do they?
Yes.
Okay, and then when you sell it to him. Is it so? Is the idea that I'm getting it faster through you and I'm paying you more?
It's a guarantee through me.
Right, I'm going to get it and I want it, so I'm willing to pay a little more.
Yes.
So in other words, he pays above sticker in order to get it from you faster.
Yes.
That's the game.
Not necessarily faster, just a guarantee. Because you can go to a lot of stores and stand in line for hours and you won't get a pair.
Right, right. Okay, so you were buying them for her. There better be some fabulous sneakers. You see them. So you buy for her. Now, the ones that you buy from him, do you tell him I need them for a birthday?
I did.
And what day did you tell him you needed them for?
I told him I need them for July 20th.
Okay, and did you get them July 20th?
No, I did not.
When did you get them?
July 25th.
Okay. Now, you ended up buying a different pair because you wanted her to have sneakers.
Right.
Okay, so you have 2 pairs of sneakers there.
I have 2 pairs
One
of
that
sneakers.
he sent you and one that you bought from who?
Yes.
How'd you get the others? Where'd you buy them from?
I called up one of my friends who I currently work, well, I used to work at Best Buy, just when I was at Best Buy, and I called him and I said, hey, I need these sneakers like tomorrow. What can you do for me? And so he was able to pull some strings. I paid a little bit more, but I ended up getting the shoes.
Man, that boy loves you.
So how big is the black market for Yeezys? Anybody know?
Absolutely massive. I think just a big part, just a big case of counterfeit goods in general, like designer goods, whether that's Gucci or.
I got you. What's more valuable, Yeezys or Jordans? What's more valuable?
I think Yeezys.
Really?
I don't know.
Passed them up?
I don't know.
Wow. Okay, going inside the courtroom.
So, according to you, these are the ones that he sent.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's keep them separate. Okay. And according to you, these are the ones you bought from your friend.
Yes.
And you think that not only did these get here late, you're also saying they're fake.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how do you know they're fake? Show me why you say they're fake. Why don't you two switch a second?
Okay.
Okay? And then tell me how you and why you think that these are fake.
So I'll do a little bit.
Wait a minute, okay,
comparison.
now
Yeah,
you
so-
are making me nervous.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
So fake, real. So you can kind of see on these ones, you can see the glue marks. So they're very like not really put together as well. You can see like the glue. You don't see any glue at all on these. She even wore them. You don't really see any glue. You can look at the certain details. You can look on, you can see the tongue. Not as much detail as on the tongue.
Wait. How am I not seeing as much detail?
So this is like the stitching is very done well. This is like
I don't know.
You don't.
Also, too,
Right.
Go ahead.
And
there's more, this tongue
There's
here is
more
more
of this
elongated.
Yeah.
There's also indentation here.
Correct.
There's no indentation here. Another
Correct.
signature on these
On
sneakers
Yeezys are
is there's an
that.
indentation here on the
All
tongue,
Yeezys
which
have
is
that.
not present here
At
as
all.
well.
Right.
And
Right.
You can kind of see the suede is a little bit different. And so what I did was all shoes are supposed to have the same UPC. So what I did on my phone, I scanned the UPC. On hers, it came up as the actual shoe. On his, it came up as a totally different shoe.
Really?
And I can show you that.
Yeah, show me that.
Oh, also on this, I've seen before, that says 6.5. Those are
Right.
5.5.
You're a 5.5?
Where are you going back to? Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
these are
I'm sorry.
6.5, these fit.
Those are 6.5, those fit,
Right.
and then these are 5.5? How do you know?
Right.
Well, it says
So
a 5.5
inside, yeah.
inside.
Yeah, it does. It says US 5.5.
And this sticker says 6.5.
Yeah, there's some weird stuff going on. Who'd you get them from?
My boy.
Is your boy somebody you've dealt with a lot?
I've been dealing with him since 2010.
So when you scan that, it comes up as Adidas Yeezy Rat 500 Blush.
Which is not this shoe.
That's not the shoe.
Okay.
So-
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so what have we got? I know which ones the real ones are.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you are not my first Yeezy. Believe it or not. All right, so these are the good ones. These are the ones he says are the bad ones. I note a couple of differences in them they didn't mention, which is that this purported leather is showing here, and it doesn't show on this. It also doesn't show on this. Okay, 1, 2. The inside of this says a 5.5, but the sticker, this, says a 6.5. She's a 6.5.
Okay.
3, when you scan this, it is exactly what he said, that it pops up as a different shoe. 4, he's telling me to take a look at, I mean, now that you're looking at him, because you, how many Yeezys have you sold?
Uncountable. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't look good, right?
Let me see.
You know, he's talking about how you can see the glue on the one that's in your right hand.
Yeah, I see the difference in material.
Yeah, right? And then what she pointed out, which is on this one, you don't really see the indentation the way you see it on that one.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, these are bad. I'm gonna leave these right here where they belong, because you got somebody you gotta get your money back from. Because I know who he's gonna get his money back from. So, got anything you wanna say or not really? I mean,
I guess the proof is in the pudding.
yeah, there you go. Even you don't think those are real, so.
I mean, honestly, I did,
Yeah.
but seeing the difference in those,
Yeah.
There's nothing I could say.
All right. So, okay. Well, this looks to me like a perfect example of a case that could have been resolved without coming to court. I got to be here anyway, and I'm sure this has been the highlight of your day. But you know, and this is you're not like a thief or a crook or anything. I don't think you're pawning these off. You're a middleman trying to make a living at something that appears to be a lucrative living. I mean,
and like I said, I've been doing this for so long.
I believe you. I believe
My
you.
eBay rating
he
is
immediately
100%.
saw him and saw everything you said. So, okay, David, But you got to pay him back for those. So it's $285 plus, of course, your court costs, because that's how it goes. And then hopefully you get your money back from that fellow, and you won't be trying to sell those. All right? Good luck, folks.
So the plaintiff is going to get his $285 back. David, let me just ask you, it looks like you got cheated in the deal. What do you think happened?
I don't know. I guess somebody didn't do their job.
Was this a brand new model that had just come out?
Yeah.
And they have fakes already
Yeah, they
that
do.
fast?
Yeah, they do.
Who do you think made these? Any idea?
I guess China.
You talk about your eBay rating. Obviously, you do this a lot. Is it good business for you?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, do you mark them up a lot?
I mean, I go with what's the pricing because they have StockX and Go.
Yeah.
You can
It's enough for you to
decide.
make money, though.
Yeah,
But they got to pay
basically.
for it.
basically.
Okie dokie. All right, Mr. Crocker. Let me ask you, what makes this shoe so hot? Why is it really important to have these
Honestly,
for your birthday?
It's the name brand. I wanted her to have something very special. She's been talking about she wants some Yeezys because I also have Yeezys, so I was trying to help her out a little bit.
All right, good enough. Well, you won. Congratulations. You got a good eye.
Appreciate that.
Okay, thank you very much.
Have a good one.
Good enough. Okay. Harvey, what you think?
If they are fake, the customer automatically gets his money back because in the law it's called a failure of consideration.